guys, so, I guess this is kind of like an update and also kind of like a what I'm doing next thing. So, as some of you may know who are like following me on social media, I am going to Denmark. I'm actually going to Denmark, oh my god, in 5 days. 5 days. And I'm super excited. I'm a little nervous. But I have some pretty big things going on while I'm going over there. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing in Denmark is I'm actually going to be going to Dziobak Studios' main headquarters office, and I'm going to be getting a tour, and hopefully they're going to let me film the tour, and meeting basically the entire team. I've met most of the Dziobak team because I have worked with them on multiple occasions, but it's like getting to see the formal office that's going to be really cool and really new. So that's like the first thing that I'm going to be doing. The second thing is that I'm going to be with Epic Armoury for like 2 days. I'm going to be doing a photo shoot with Epic Armoury, which is going to have a lot of new stuff in it that's not released yet. So make sure you follow my Instagram, because all that is going to be documented on my Instagram. So yeah, you'll see it there before you see it here. Cool. But yeah, so I'm spending 2 days with Epic Armoury. I'm going to be first spending 1 day on the 28th of June, and that's going to be like prepping the costumes and fitting everything and like making sure that everything looks cool for the next day and like building stuff with them. And then the next day is actually going to be like a full like formal day of photo shooting, which is going to be a lot of fun. I'm so excited to be shooting with the Epic Armoury team. After that, I'm going to be going to an awesome vampire LARP. Now, I'm sure you guys have heard me post about SUNFALL, alright? It's a small vampire LARP. It's a parlor style kind of vampire LARP, where it's based off of the New World of Darkness. So there's Old World of Darkness and New World of Darkness. They are both different game sets. They have different lore. So it's like Vampire the Masquerade, there's New World and Old World. That's really important because they are completely different and separate and have like different races of vampires and like different rules when it comes to like the game itself. So we are playing New World Vampire, and I honestly really like New World Vampire. There's a huge divide within the community whether New World is good or bad and blah blah blah. I'm not involved in any of that. I like the game. I've played both. They're both good. I like both. Both is fine. But anyway, so my character for SUNFALL, this vampire LARP, is Angeline Monroe. I have had so much fun playing Angeline. Now, the way I got to this game in the first place was that the first time I went to Denmark, Noah invited me to his local vampire game, and I was like, oh, this is amazing, I can't wait. Well, you know, maybe it was a mistake on Noah's part, because I really liked the game, and I can't wait to go back to play it again. And I made this character who was supposed to be a throwaway character, and it's totally fine to make a character that, especially if you're like visiting another country and going to like a LARP once, that you expect to die, or like never be used again. Like, it's cool, I've done it. So, I made Angeline Monroe. This chick is literally the absolute embodiment of like vampire trope victim. Like, seriously, she is like, oh no, oh, the vampires, they're coming to get me, oh, it's a lot of fun to play her and just like give it all to these terrible vampire tropes. I love Angeline. So, what we had come up with was that it was a special like game night, like a special game when I went the first time, back in March. It was called Batex Night. And it was like celebrating one of the like older vampires of a certain line, right? So the game was actually 2 days longer because it's usually only on like a Saturday into a Sunday morning because it's, you know, vampire night time thing. So it was a Friday, a Saturday, and they went into Sunday. I could only make it for the Saturday into Sunday portion because I was traveling, and I had my other Sweden shoot that I was working on. So I go in for the Sunday, Saturday and Sunday, and so my character is an American tourist, because that would explain why I can't understand Danish or speak Danish and have an American accent. So my character was an American tourist that was at a train station really late at night, at the wrong place, at the wrong time, and she got kidnapped to be given as a gift to the head of Nosferatu clan, which is the Batik clan. And what is it? It's Batik's night, so she was a gift to the head of the Batik clan, which just so happened to be Noah, as we know from my previous videos. So, that's where this all started. And so Angeline, you know, she's a stubborn American girl who's like, what? Vampires? Slavery? This is trash. I'm nobody's slave. Until she gets the crap beaten out of her. It was a lot of fun. I was constantly terrified. The whole atmosphere of the game when I went, because I didn't go to play a vampire. I played a ghoul. And a ghoul is like this weird in-between between like human and a little bit more almost. And it's when a vampire gives you enough blood that you become like addicted to it, because blood has like super like crack cocaine addiction. And and you become addicted to it, but you also get kind of stronger. You basically live forever, like you'll never age. And you are bonded to whoever gave you that blood. So unfortunately, Angeline was bonded to this absolute monster that was Caspar, which is Noah's character. And his whole family, like, you know, it's like one ghoul is like for the entire family. So her whole purpose was to basically carry out any task that her domitor asked of her. And domitor is what, you know, the person who owns you is called, essentially. So she would try, and you have this compulsive attitude to want to please your domitor. So she would, you know, do everything he asked, take a beating, want his attention, even though she shouldn't really have his attention. It was really bad. But yeah, so long story short, unless you guys want me to go into a whole other video about that, which I probably will when I come back, is that Angeline got the snot beat out of her, her pants scared off. There was a ton of vampires that were coming after her like, what a tasty snack. That was very scary. And yeah, she was vampire bait. So I'm going back to Denmark and I'm playing this awesome character again. I can't wait. I'm gonna bring her back. And she got bought by somebody. That was like the end of the March game a couple months ago, was that she was bought and sold. I was expecting to die. I was expecting this character to be killed either on purpose or even accidentally by like one of the vampires just shoving her just a little too hard and whoopsie, her neck snapped. But that didn't happen. So she lived. And yeah, and so since I was planning to come back to Denmark in June, I was like, all right, we're gonna bring her back. So I'm probably gonna need to make a backup character just in case, because it's, you know, really unlikely that she's gonna live, and neither the person, you know, the person who bought her, probably not gonna live either. But that's okay. It's all, you know what, guys, that's the definition of playing to lose, alright? I'm not playing just for me, I'm playing for everybody else, but God, is it so fun to lose sometimes. So after Nattens Fortællinger, I'm just spending some time touring Denmark with a couple of my good friends, and then, fast forward to about 10 days, because I'm there for about 3 weeks. So fast forward to around like the 10th of July. So on the 10th of July, I'm going to be going to a game called SUNFALL. And so SUNFALL is a really cool post-apocalyptic Danish LARP. It's huge. Like, they have a whole town, like a whole area dedicated to this. I have never heard of SUNFALL before, but when I was talking actually with Noah and my pals at Epic Armoury, they kind of told me about this LARP. I was like, wow, that sounds so cool. And then everyone was like, oh, you should go. And I was like, I don't know if I can go. And they were like, no. You're gonna go. And I was like, okay. And so, like, the next thing I know, I was talking to the owner of the game, and he was like, yeah, no, like, come to the game and show people what it's like here at SUNFALL. So I'm going to be doing a video about SUNFALL, and I thank the team so much for, you know, inviting me out there and giving me an opportunity to see this really cool post-apocalyptic LARP. My first LARP that, not my first LARP, but one of my first LARPs that I played in my early LARP career was Dystopia Rising. I played Dystopia for like 4 or 5 years. And I played the same character for 4 or 5 years. Yeah, that was Dexter. And I actually have a LARP up for her in one of my, it's like one of the first LARP ups I've ever done. And I'm really excited. I'm using some of Dexter's old pieces along with another character from Dystopia Rising. I would kind of play, sort of, I only played her like 4 times. Her name was Bucky, and she was like American. So, I'm kind of combining some of my old costume pieces to make my new character, whose name is going to be Ruby. And she has this, like, bright, fiery red hair. I'm still in the process of getting that all together. Like, all this kind of happens super fast, and, like, while I'm getting a million other things ready, so I don't have, like, a ton of pictures yet, but I'm really hyped. Like, it's gonna be really, really cool. She's gonna be really cool. She's gonna have a southern accent, and she's gonna be very far from home. I wonder why. Maybe because I'm obnoxiously American, and, I can't really do a Danish accent or speak Danish. She's gonna be implied to be very, 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 very far from home. And I'm also going to be the SUNFALL candy dealer. I'm gonna be bringing like Twinkies and nerds and like, they want root beer. They want root beer. I'm sorry, root beer's disgusting, and I don't know why these people want to inflict that on themselves, but it's fine. I will be an enabler, so I'm gonna be bringing some treats. And yeah, and that's like the last thing I'm doing. And SUNFALL's like a good couple of days, dudes. Like, it's from the 10th to the 15th. That's 5 days. That's actually really long. Like, Festival when I went was about 5 daes, but this is a LARP that's like 5 days. So I have a feeling that it's gonna be like a cool mix between like, a freeform kind of LARP where everyone's just kind of playing all the time, but also kind of a festival kind of feel where, you know, people are also chilling out a little bit. I've heard, like, it's a little bit of everything, and there isn't necessarily a plot, per se. Like, it's basically everybody has their own faction. All these factions can, like, war against each other and have relations and stuff like that, and there's Facebook groups where you post about your character, you can try and look for relations and etc. It's really cool, and it's really community driven, and I'm all about that. So I'm super excited to go to SUNFALL and like experience that. It sounds really cool. I'm gonna put links for both SUNFALL and everything else that I can give links for down below. SUNFALL is a little bit of a smaller Danish community LARP. It's not like a big LARP, so they don't have a website or anything like that. It's just run by, you know, a couple of good, like, friends and, like, a little good community, so it's not, like, major, like, SUNFALL. I'm really excited to go to Denmark. I kind of went on, like, a huge haul today. Like, you can't see it because it's right in front of me, but, like, I bought, like, you know, new makeup and stuff like that. I got my hair done. I finally feel like I don't look like a mess anymore. It's back to its blackened state, and that's kind of great. But yeah, so let's recap here. We have a visit to the Dziobak headquarters. We have 2 days with Epic Armoury. We have SUNFALL hanging out with friends, and then SUNFALL. I got like 5 major things to do while I'm out in Denmark. I'm even gonna try and see if I can put videos out while I'm out there. I was able to get an editor onto my laptop, so hopefully, as long as I have internet, I'm gonna be able to maybe upload and like chop some shorter videos together. I'm also going to be putting out my videos for all the LARPs that I've attended in May, which was a ton, which was Project Ascension, Real Royalty. You know, I got to hang out with Seance LARP Studios. I'm trying to see if I can get some cuts of the panels that I was on at the Living Games convention, such as the LARPers of Color panel, and also my costuming panel that I did, as well as the Bleed panel. I think that would be really cool to be able to show you guys, but it's not up to me. I have to make sure that everybody's cool with me putting the footage online, so that may take some time. But videos are coming. I have a lot to do. A lot. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about anything, leave them down below. Also, again, if you want constant updates on my life and what I'm doing and like character prep that you can see more often, definitely follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, because if you don't have an Instagram, you can watch my Facebook day, which is the same thing, essentially, so. But yeah, so I gotta go and basically keep preparing for Denmark, and I'll see you guys soon, alright? Ciao!